Hey guys, welcome to the channel and welcome back to another video. On this quick video, I'm gonna hit this topic real fast because it goes to something that I talk about on this channel all the time about money, about worshiping money. Money, money, money. Do not worship money. Do not be flashy with money. You have to put money in its proper place. Just to give you a little bit of background, a Little Romeo, who was a rapper in the rap industry for quite a few years, especially as a small child. He's recently accused his father, who is Master P, another mogul in the rap industry, of withholding earnings from a chip brand called Rap Snacks. He basically, Little Romeo accused his father, Master P, of lying to him for all those years, 15 plus years, saying that he said that Little Romeo, promoted a brand for free for 15 years based on his dad's word, and that his dad is Master P is trying to gaslight him and break him instead of taking accountability for his own Master P's own mistakes with the money. And Little Romeo basically said his dad used the money to pay off back taxes, and he basically hasn't seen any of the money. And he goes on to say that in social media posts that he loves his father, but he just can't follow him because of his dad's greed and his dad's ego, and he put all this out on social media, right? And all this has to do, it sounds like, based on Little Romeo's post on social media, it has to do with money, and it has to do with promoting brands for free and not ever seeing any of of the money that he promoted, any of the deals that he made as a young person. And now he's in his 30s. So all of this back and forth. And then, of course, Master P gets on social media, and he says he's tried to reach out to his son, and that, I started from nothing. And, he gives this story, and, and as a parent of a son who's in his 30s and other adult children, I can totally understand Master P's side, but I can also see Little Romeo's side too. I understand both aspects of it. And the only reason I bring it up on this channel is because money is at the center. And what I tell you guys all the time about money on this channel is, don't put money above everything. Don't put money on a pedestal. Yes, you can be intentional with money. You want to work hard, and you want to actually manage your money well, and you want to grow your money, and you want to invest in all types of appreciating assets. And we talk about that all the time on this channel. But you got to put money in its proper perspective. And this issue between Master P and his son, Little Romeo, brings that to the forefront of what we always talk about here. First of all, guys, when it comes to this situation, we really don't know everything that has gone on between Master P and his son, Little Romeo, right? Or Lil Romeo, however you want to say it, right? Little or Lil. We don't know the whole backstory. We don't know what happened when Little Romeo was 5, or when he was 10, and when he was, 8 years old and got in trouble, and when he was 12 years old. We don't know what happened when he was 16 and hanging out backstage with so and so, and then Master P did XYZ. We don't know any of that. We don't know anything about the relationship, the real relationship between Master P and Romeo's mom, and Master P and Romeo's cousins and friends and other siblings. We don't know the whole story. So when we try to evaluate these things and talk about these things publicly, it's very difficult. It's really just a skimming the surface, because all the backstory of what happened to the money, and why Master P did not pay Little Romeo, and why Little Romeo was feeling some type of hurt and pain. All these things are unknown to most of us at this point, right? All we're doing is commenting on something that we're seeing in an ugly scenario, an ugly situation around the topic of money. The other topic that is obviously an important piece of this that we do know about is that Master P's daughter recently passed as well, maybe 7, 8, 9 months ago in May of 2022 or so. She passed away as well. So that all of this comes into play with what we see happening here, right? It comes into play because we don't know how people react to trauma, right? Or to death, or how they mourn, or what their mental health state is. We don't know what the mental health diagnosis and state of Little Romeo or Master P is or was during those 2015, 20 years. We don't know any of that. So we're speculating based on what was put out publicly on social media. Now, that takes me to a couple other things, guys, and these are just my opinions, obviously, as I talk about this whole scenario, right? Money, again, money's not everything, right? But at the same time, this is another important piece to say, look, just because people have a lot of money and they look flashy and they're getting out of, two and three and $500,000 cars on videos, and they have gold around their neck and all that type of stuff. It doesn't necessarily mean that they have money. Those are illusions. Those are facades. Those are things to make you think something so that you think a certain way and spend your money, and you put people on a pedestal and give them fame. All those things, those flashy things, are there to make you think people have lots of money. Because according to Little Romeo, and according to Master P, he didn't have a lot of money. He was paying off debt, and he had a lot of back taxes that needed to be paid. And that's what a lot of those proceeds that Little Romeo is talking about went to, was paying back taxes for his dad. So the other message in this, guys, is don't look at the flash. The flash doesn't matter. The flash does not matter what people have on the outside that you see, right? Real wealth is not boisterous. It's not loud. It's not flashy. It's not blinging and blinging. Not real wealth, right? A lot of the fake wealth is that way, guys. So keep that in mind as well. The other thing is you got to pay your taxes. I don't care if it's Lil Romeo, Master P, the Joneses down the street. You have to be paying your taxes. Whether you're a big time star or you're just a regular average Joe, you should be paying your share of your taxes as much as legally as possible, and take, obviously understanding, having a good CPA that understands the tax codes and how to use them and so forth to your advantage, of course, but make sure you're paying your taxes, right? The other thing is this, guys. I'm just not in this whole thing where 30 something year old people go back and blame their parents for things publicly and have it publicly out there. Now, Little Romeo probably has a good point here, obviously. I can see, like I said earlier, both sides. Little Romeo probably has a good point about this money. He should have, been seeing some of the money. And unfortunately, he wasn't. So he has a legitimate beef here. I'm not saying that Little Romeo is completely wrong. I'm not saying that at all. But on the other hand, he probably is going about this the wrong way. Instead of picking up the phone, and maybe he's tried to have conversations with his dad, but that's when you go to therapy. You don't go to social media, right? You don't go to Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and start talking publicly to people, as opposed people that you're close to and that you apparently love. As Lil Romeo said, he still has love for his father. You pick up the phone and have a conversation with that person, and don't air all your business on social media, right? But this thing where 30 something year olds get angry and get upset at their parents and then blast it out to the world, I'm just not, I don't quite understand that. I can't get with that. I understand Lil Romeo being upset, but guess what? Just because you disagree with your parents doesn't mean you have to blast them in front of the world in a disrespectful manner. I don't think that is necessarily appropriate. Parents make mistakes all day long, guys. Parents make mistakes. And sometimes parents don't realize those mistakes till they're 40, 50, 60 years old. Sometimes they don't. They go to the grave and never realize the mistakes they made. But I'm just not with 30-year-old people jumping on the internet and giving a blast to their parents for what their parents may or may not have done wrong. I just don't believe that's the right way to go about it. Again, he probably has a legitimate beef. I totally get it. But I also understand it from Master P's standpoint that, hey, let's work this out in a different way, especially only a few months after we've had a tragic event happen in the family. So my thing, guys, is this is a money issue, but it's also a family issue. It's also an issue that needs to be taken care of in-house. Family take care of it. Maybe some therapy and things like that. Not necessarily a social media issue. Don't believe the hype when you watch these gurus and these bling bling, whether it's rap artists or whether it's I don't know if it's country music artists. I don't care if it's actors and actresses. When you watch their lifestyle, just because they look like they have a lot of money, it does not mean they have a lot of money. Don't worship money. Don't put it at the top. It's not the most important thing. Don't put it on a pedestal. Okay, because it's not the most important thing in the world. Yes, be intentional. Yes, take care of your money. Yes, manage your money well. Yes, grow your money. Yes, become a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, whatever you want to become, right? But make sure you put money in its proper place. It's only one tool. It's not the main tool. Because, but if you let it become the main tool, then it can begin to divide families, divide people, divide relationships, and it can get in the way of a lot of things, guys. So I just want to drop this quick message, guys, and say, hey, my heart goes out to Lil Romeo for his feeling of being betrayed by his father, and my heart goes out to Master P for having his mistakes that he may have made, and also having his daughter that passed away, and also having a son that jumps on social media and blasts him all throughout the world. So, hey, guys, if you got anything out of this video, drop me a quick comment. I want to know, what is your opinion on this particular topic? Not necessarily take a side. You can take a side, but what is your thoughts on this topic? All right. You guys take care of yourself and take care of other people. And make sure you remember, guys, the best person that's going to take care of the old you is the young you. All right. I'll let you guys later. Peace.